afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It is Monday, and it is a cracker of a day outside. It's been a cracker of a weekend. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous. Leather Bag Lady weather report, but we will chat about that in a little bit. Today's bag. It's kind of fun. That's all I have to say. It's a little bit of a bucket bag look. It's half an inch taller than it is wide. And these cutouts are absolutely awesome. There is a little tarnish right there. But this is all the same tan leather that has been used on the piping. And then the carcass of the bag is a really nice black leather. The strap is the tan as well. So it's just so cool. Elano, so Elano genuine leather, but it is by Durabilt out of Vancouver. Now, I've had a bunch of Durabilt bags over the years. Haven't been able to find anything about them. Wanted to do a nice little history piece on Durabilt. Couldn't find anything. So just a Victoria-based leather company. That's all I found. But I've listed this as an 80s bag just because of the brass tone hardware. Very, very 80s. Velvet interior. Could be 70s, but I'm more comfortable saying it's an 80s bag. There's your tag. Vancouver, Canada, Durabilt. And then the E is the same E that is in this. It's got a little accent over the top. So it's just a cute, cute bag. It will sit crossbody really nicely, which I think with this facing out, it screams retro, screams vintage. If you're a vintage lover, you want it to scream vintage. I know we shouldn't give a shit what people think, but we do. So there you go. It's just great kind of oval shaped gusset, nice platform. It's going to stand up really nicely with your stuff in it. It has one zippered compartment. A little bit of color loss on the velvet, but the velvet isn't missing. It's just, I don't know if you can really see inside. It's just a great, great bag. So there we are. That is today's listing on Etsy. So there you are. So hopefully, if you're in my neck of the woods, you experienced what was an amazing Indian summer fall weekend. Friday, we didn't really do anything. We went for a drink with Connie and Mike, who we visited them at the trailer earlier this summer. And I bumped into a very, very, very old friend who I haven't seen in probably 10 years. Ashley Kozlicki and Gary, her husband. It's been a long time since I've seen them. We were very, very close family friends. And then, you know what it's like when you divorce. People have to pick sides. And my side wasn't what they picked. So, which was upsetting because they were childhood friends, and obviously they did not know my ex-husband in our childhood days, but they chose him, and that's fine. That's fine, not a problem. But it was nice to see her and Gary, and we hung out with Mike and Connie, which was wonderful. And then Saturday we had to go back into Toronto again to pick up what wasn't ready last weekend, and it was ready this weekend. So, but we took the bike. It was an experience being stuck in Toronto traffic on a motorcycle. Pius did an amazing job. Now, The bike is 1,000 pounds. I'm on it too, plus him. And he's holding this bike up in traffic, construction, uphills, downhills. He did a wonderful job. And all the while, like, I'm way more confident on the bike than I used to be. But, every now and again, there's still a little like, oh my God, I'm out in the open and something could just smack into me, like overhead cranes and things like that. So anyway, Saturday, we had the most amazing evening at home. Pius cooked a meal for me that he had tried to cook earlier in the summer and it got a wee bit burnt. But I like everything crispy. My bacon crispy, my chicken crispy, I don't like my steak crispy. But anyway, it was wonderful. It was such a good meal. We had such a good time. We had a couple of drinks. We were listening to music, and the risotto rice needed to be monitored constantly. So it was just a great, great evening. We finished yet another puzzle. My goodness me, I never in my life thought I would be doing jigsaw puzzles. But you know what? It's like ripping off wallpaper or pulling weeds. You start with one piece and before you know it, 3 hours has gone by. So that we did. And Sunday, we were on the bike from 9:30 in the morning until just after 7 o'clock last night. Both days were at least 9-hour days on the bike. Now, I'm paying for it a little bit today. So I have sciatic nerve issues, which I guess the position on the bike maybe, I'm not sure. I probably have to look into it because my foot has been numb today. And I need a Kleenex, but I don't have one. My foot's been a little numb, my right foot, and that seems to be where the sciatic pain is coming from. So I have a feeling I might need to look into that a little bit. We'll see how it goes over the winter when I'm not riding, because, I mean, it was an excessive amount of hours on the bike. I don't care. I love it. But I certainly don't want anything to hinder our ability to spend just as many hours, if not more, next summer. So I will maybe look into that a little bit. We'll see. But right now, my right foot is feeling very numb and weird. Very weird. It's almost like, when your foot goes to sleep and it's like after the pins and needles have happened, it's not quite back to normal. That's kind of how it feels right now. I sat outside for a little bit after I got home from my clients today because it is just so gorgeous. And tomorrow is going to be just as lovely. And then I think Wednesday is going to be nice too. And then Thursday is going to go down to 11. So we will have to see, but you better believe if we can get out again this evening or later on this afternoon, we will be. So that was our weekend. We had a great time. We were out with Chuck and Tara yesterday and Tara's son Carter. I haven't met him before. So it was just wonderful. We ended up going through Turkey Point, Long Point, Port Rowan, Port Burwell, Port Bruce, who knew? Port Stanley, and we had lunch, and I had my Peach King sweatshirt on, and the server, who I think was probably a bit more than a server, I think he maybe owned it or whatever, said, "Oh, you from Grimsby?" And I was like, "No, but my nephew plays for the Peach Kings." So he obviously is a hockey guy or has a son or somebody in hockey, so he knew that my Peach King sweatshirt represented the Grimsby Peach King Junior C hockey team. My sister's, her big night tonight. What time is it now? 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. In about 8 minutes, the concert is going to start. The whole reason that she is in Scotland to see her teen heartthrob, Robbie Williams, who, when I was in Scotland in 91, 92, he was part of a boy band called Take That, which I loved. but I was more into the lead singer than Robbie Williams. And I can't even remember. Gary Barlow, that was his name. And I mean, I say teens. We were like 18, 19, not like kids. So anyway, so hopefully she has the experience that she hopes to have, because let's face it, the rest of her time there has been amazing. We can't wait to get her Facebook updates daily, because she's just having the time of her life. I did a conference FaceTime today with my cousin Sharon and Julie and Sarah, her friend, who were in their Airbnb, which was a shit show. My mom, my brother-in-law Dave, and myself. And technology, isn't it amazing? So that was really cool. And then off to work I went with my clients today, and it just one client today. My other client wasn't feeling very well. So we just had it's just been a great day. And hopefully we can get out on the bike, and you've got a great bag here. Everything is just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I had a really shitty week last week. As I shared with you, I got a conference call with my doctor and the nurse practitioner tomorrow, because I think my menopause symptoms are going to warrant a little bit of an intervention. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if it was all that drama about that bag. I'm not sure. Could have been, could be. But and I mean, Pius on Friday, we had a bit of a chat. He shared with me that he's found me to be very different for the last couple of weeks, which I had no idea. So something's going on, and it's not him at all. We are happier than happy. We are off to Mexico in less than 3 weeks' time. We were planning our Cape Breton trip next June last night. So I have absolutely nothing to be upset about or down in the dumps about. Financially, things are a little scary right now, but that's my own fault. I didn't book any shows this month, and I am now paying for it dearly. But hey, you know what? Life goes on. We are small business owners. If you are out there watching me as a small business owner, up and down, right, ladies and gents? Up and down. It's the highest of highs, but the lows can be pretty low too. So anyway, have a great rest of the day. I'm actually meeting with an old friend tomorrow who did a diploma in marketing. So Bailey was a young lady that I used to be neighbors with at the flea market in St. Catharines. So I'm going to go pick her brain just to see if she can give me a little bit of injection of enthusiasm about this .com thing that I have. Because let's face it, I'm paying for it. I've got the stock. I need the money. I need the space. I just cannot seem to get myself going on it. So there's got to be a reason. So maybe she can fill me in with a little bit of info that maybe will help me out. Have a great day, everybody, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.